Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at Pocket Space Empire. This game is developed by Silver Lemur Games, published by them as well. It is on Steam. I'll put a link in the description if you'd like to check it out. It is, as of today, December 5th, it is hit version 1.0. I got a chance to look at this game a long time ago in the early beta days. It's a very complex 4X style game. It just wasn't developed enough to really get into the game back then. I'm very eager to try it out and see how far it has come now. Now, I say this is a 4X game. It's a 4X space game, but not something like Master of Orion. More like a Paradox kind of game, where it's more of a grand strategy. You are an emperor, and you're kind of trying to oversee your empire, rather than micromanaging every detail. You kind of give the orders and let things happen. Very interesting take on it. So let's go ahead and try it out. Let me read the Steam page here. It says, turn-based 4X Empire Space Builder, single-player, asymmetric, empire-focused grand strategy. A lot of commas in there, but that sort of sums it up. Let's go ahead and try it out. So there's 4 different times of starting the game. Essentially, we are the Empire of Earth, the Terran Empire, and the goal is to take over the galaxy. There's different stages of how far into the game we begin. It recommends starting at 2, Glory of the Empire. For this 30-minute sum up of the game and sort of a reviewish kind of quick look, I think stage 1 is actually the easiest because we start with just a few planets. It's kind of a better idea of getting your head around what's actually going on in the game. So we're going to try that out. We also have difficulty levels of choosing. We also have different galaxy sizes. Now, this is a very big game. This is why I'm starting at level 1. Normal, we begin 500 planets in the galaxy. Huge, we begin 700, and tiny as 300. So it's a pretty massive thing. Let's go ahead and start an empire up. Now, the way this plays out is we are an emperor, and as we die, they just clone a new one of us, so then we continue emperoring. And at the beginning, we get to choose what we want to pick. We get 16 points. We can put it in here. Whatever we have left over gives us bonus prestige, which is something to sort of empire power kind of point thing. We'll get into it in a minute, but we don't want to spend all our points, essentially. And we have all these different things we can put it into. I just had them a second ago. I was doing a little playtest. Researcher and financist. It's probably pretty good. Research is always good for 4X games. It gives us a boost of research, and this gives us a bonus, an additional 10 grand to start with in the treasury, which will help us things like colonizing planets and things. So let's go ahead and get in here and try this thing out. All right. So we are the teal color. We can see these are all planets that we begin with. Blend with, what do we have, like 10 planets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 planets we begin with. And all these different colors out here, like we have the Acadiao, we have the Endek, and this is a different race right here. We have races all around us. The goal of the game is to essentially conquer the galaxy and become the Galaxy Emperor. We can see just as how big the galaxy is. This is, what, 500? And this is just a normal-sized galaxy. And the goal is to take this whole thing over. Each system, we can actually click on each individual system, and we can see each system provides a number of minerals and gas. This one provides food. This one provides food and minerals. How am I going to start this? This is a very complex game. There's a lot to it. It's not really that difficult of a game. There's just a lot to it. Each system has its own governor. Each fleet has its own admiral and vice admiral and commodores. And each planet provides different resources that all sort of are important things to keep an eye on. So let's run over the tabs here. This might be a little bit good way of starting. So we saw our prestige. You can kind of see what these things do for us. Essentially, it's good to have prestige. If you hit 0, you lose. So don't do that. We have 8 million, or 8, I guess I think it's a comma. So there's 8 billion of us. And food coverage 26%. This is going to be our first thing we're going to be taking a look at. Only 26% of our planets are fed right now. 50%, below 50% means we are starving. So our first priority is going to be getting food. It's starting off kind of an interesting spot. We do have our 12 grand that we begin with. Typically, we would have started with like 2,000. Now we have 12,000 because of a boost we took. Also, electricity coverage. Only 7% of our planets actually have electricity. So that's going to be priority number 2, is getting electricity to all of our folks. We can kind of see what it does there by having electricity. This is our research bonus, and we have low upkeep. We're rather, our morale is good, and we have several troops. So now let's run through these. What's this? Population is dying because of electricity. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Let's go through the Empire tab. So the kind of the meat of the game is around this audience tab. Every so many turns, we'll get an audience with all these different members of our court that will come talk to us and give us options about how to kind of run the Empire. Nothing to do just right now. For our court, these are the folks that are kind of running the country at the moment. Now, it's very important to keep these numbers pretty well balanced. Now, we can see we have the Cancelist faction, which run about 33% of the government. Because they're in power, they give us bonuses like tax income increases and imperial communication bonuses. However, having such a wide imbalance, we have the gene technologists faction and the economists are very low, which gives us a -4 stability because it's so imbalanced. So we want to make sure the ones in power are the ones that we want have power, but we don't want to be so imbalanced that it causes problems like that. So something we can do, like for instance, we have old Mason Davies here, who's very, very corrupt. He is not loyal and he's very incompetent. He is part of the traditionalist faction. What we could do is we could bump up old Iris here. She's much more competent and somewhat loyal and less corrupt. We could promote her, spending 1 political point. We have 8 to spend. We can promote her to lead the Defense Department. Now, these guys went down just a bit, but economists went way up. So that was a big boost at getting. So now we're no longer losing our 4 prestige every turn. So that's going to be quite helpful at getting us boosted up there. What's wrong with this? Yeah, everyone's unhappy because we have a lack of food and electricity. We'll deal with that in a minute. Anyone else that needs to get bumped out? Look how loyal Logan is. Oh, Logan loves me. I think everything else is okay. Like, what's the bonus here? Traditionalists give us morale and +5 happiness. That's probably a good one to keep up. So that's fine. And because the gene technologists are low, they are... oh, effective. This faction is the most influential. We lose food percent. So the only one that actually affects us is this one. +10% memory morale, +5 happiness. And I'm fine with that. Next up, we have edicts that we can select. I'm going to try to run through this quickly, just to kind of give an overview of the game. We're just going to focus on morale. I don't army morale. I want to, like, how can I get, like, food? Agriculture. +25% to farm output. Let's do that. Oh, that's already doing. We're already doing these edicts. No, it's fine. We're gonna leave it alone. So there are several different races in the game. Let me see those real quick. We are the Empire, and we have the Shaw Monarchy, the Vix Collective, and the Thale Republic nearby. These are all the major races nearby. We are bordering the Shaw, which we saw them before. They are down this way, and we have the Thale, which we are also boarding. You can see the blue thing here. They have 58 planets. I have 10. Where are they? Oops, zooms out pretty fast. They are up here. This is the Thale, another major race. We also have all these minor races that are in here. Plus, we have things like Rebels, Pirates, Parasites. Rebels and Pirates aren't here yet. The Parasites only have 1 planet at the moment, and Annihilators have 0. The Hive have 185 planets. Just to start with, this is all kind of randomized at the beginning of the game. So those are, and we can see them too if we want to see. Each race has different bonuses. They have a different look, and we can like bribe them. We can espionage if we want. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Who are we next to? We're next to the Shaw. Yeah, let's go ahead and sure. Let's do some espionage. Highest. Let's see what they've got. It's kind of summary of us. We have 10 planets. All that. We can have rebels eventually. To win the game, we need to hit 10 of these achievements. Once we do all 10 of these, we win. We crown ourselves ruler of the galaxy, and we can win the game. We lose if we get 0 prestige, and or we lose our homeworld. Next tab. Taxes, budget, contract, kind of all makes sense. Budget, we can select where we want our money to go into. Right now, we're putting most of our money into defense. Infrastructure, I think that's fine. We'll leave it alone. Contracts, we won't get to. Industries, we can also do. This is where we're going to deal with something. We need more agriculture very badly. So we're going to crank up the agriculture investment. And it's going to cost us some cash, but that's fine. We're also going to crank up... What is this under? Is this under refining? No. Manufacturing? Maybe services. I'm not sure actually where this one comes from. What does it say here? Oh, energy sources. Effects. Let's try services and see if that is... I don't know if that... I'm not sure what we need to get our electricity up. I know how to deal with food. I'm not sure how to do the other one. We also have rare resources out here. We have titanium, copperium, Mazrum shard, which gives us like luxuries and things, makes us happy. Next up, we have research. We have 5 different tech trees to choose from. Again, I didn't say this game was simple. Each tree has its own things. We can like come in here. We can add things to our queue. We're just gonna pick some things. Theory of energy, sure, sounds good. Electronics, scanners, yeah, we want scanners. Biochemistry, we want, yeah, thrusters sounds good. And sociology, soap operas make people happy. Yeah, we like soap operas. And what do we want to prioritize? Right now we're prioritizing sociology. Might be a good idea. Keep people happy. I'm okay with that. And we'll let energy be our secondary focus. So we see 35% of our science is going into here, then 17 and 5. Next up, fleet. So our fleet. We have... Each fleet has an admiral and vice admiral, as well as each squadron. You can see like this fleet has 3 squadrons in it, has their own commodore leading that fleet. These have to do with how well your people fight, depending on the competence and the loyalty of everyone. So we can see Logan is not very loyal, but he has some rather loyal folks under him. We won't get into too much detail here, but just know that that's essentially how we manage our fleet. How good our fleets are. We also have things like frigates and destroyers and battleships as part of these fleets. Now, there's a lot of this that seems very micromanaging, but it's not really that bad because, as you can see here, we have 10 ships in production for this fleet number 1. We don't actually have to deal with that. Like, ships get blown up and damaged or whatever, it'll do it on its own. We just tell them where to go and what to do. So, there's that. Is that a good rundown of the game? Can we move on? I think so. I think it covers some things. So we know we have a severe lack of food. Like, for instance, this planet produces no food. It's a nice planet. We have... This one produces a little bit of food. We need another planet sort of like this that gives us food. Like, this one would be a great planet to have. Syria gives us 9 times 9 food. This is a very, very good food planet. We can colonize this place. And we're going to do it. So we're going to start sending some ships over there. We're going to start colonizing this place. And we have some ships here. I'm going to select the ships. Let's send this, what squadron are these? Fleet 9 of Squadron... I'm not sure. I think it's Squadron 1? I don't know. I'm going to select you, and I'm going to send you over here. So you can hang out over here. So they'll fly over here and hang out here and kind of defend this planet because we have these folks over here we don't want to deal with. Anything else we want to do? What's this one? That was not bad either. Takes a while to colonize, but... What are you? Can I see you? Outside my colonization range, so I can't get that one. Anything else? Aurora's outside. Miria. Lots of minerals. You are... you're not bad either. Should we colonize? We'll just colonize the one for now. And so every time we get some tabs, what's going on? Hail to the Emperor! You're the newly cloned Emperor, engineered by the Council of Royal Genetics. Out of the best genes of the Terran race, you are destined to rule and build a strong empire. Yes, I am. We had 2 disasters because population is dying on Yabuso due to the lack of electricity on a harsh condition planet. Yeah. So, what planet was that? Yabuso. Where's Yabuso? Am I missing it? Yabuso, here it is. So, because this is a terrible planet, and we are just not producing enough electricity. So, I mean, this is just minerals. Why don't we just focus on minerals? Might as well. That's all they do here, so we're going to do that. Hopefully we can get a little bit of electricity this turn. Let's try it. Let's move next turn. Morale has changed. Base morale of the planet has changed to 109. So people are very happy. Very good. Next up. That's all the events. We have an audience. Audience day. Hordes of annoying Imperial officers. Okay, so everyone's going to come and talk to me. We'll deal with that in just a second. Every turn, we will explore a couple of extra planets. Where is this one? This is a very good planet. It's outside of our range, but that's a very good planet. This is a good planet, too. We should colonize this one. We're up to 43% food. We're up to 8%. We gained 1% of electricity. Yeah, I think this is an open planet. We're going to go for it. Okay. We also had disasters. We saw that one before. That's not what we don't care about that one. Research. Things are getting researched. Excellent. Let's go deal with the audience thing. Okay, so we have a lot of folks that want to talk to us. And again, this is sort of like the meat of the game. Let's go chat with the advisor. This guy's just going to give me a tip. Secure as many planets as possible before the era ends. Since the end of the era, the owner of the planet gets extra claims to it, and other races lose half. Okay, so every so many turns, there's a new era. We're in the early days era, so after 30 turns, we will be in the next era. Gotcha. Thanks, buddy. Next. All right, threat from another dimension. What he's trying to tell me is they're searching through and they find out maybe there's some aliens that attack us every 10,000 turns. So we can check it without haste, or we can steal those archives. Everyone will not like us. Or we can negotiate to buy them. Spend out $3,000. Who cares? Conspiracy to overthrow the emperor. What? We found something suspicious in the royal cloning tanks. The Council of Royal Genetics seems to be unaware. Progress in this storyline faster, but if CURG is involved. Yeah, go tell them. I was poisoned, apparently. Sophisticated medical scanners detected a suspicious substance in your blood. It's poisoned by some sort of traitors. Everyone that in here, loyalty of 4 or less. Like Mason here, which we don't like Mason anyways. He'd be the only one, isn't it? I bet you Mason's the one that did it. We can fire him. We can also 6 or lower are fired. Or plus 30% immunity to the governor was poisoned. Event for the next 20 turns. I knew there was something fishy. All right, let's just fire that guy. Assassin succeeded. An assassin got to you, my liege. Nope, you're not dead. Your superior genetic makeup makes you hard to kill. Plus, we have the best medical equipment in the palace. I'm sorry that we, Palace Guard, failed you. Oh my. I will rest. I won't be attending. I'm not going to spend 10 grand, so we're going to just take a prestige hit. That's a harsh first turn thing. Faction is stealing funds. Prominent persona of the Warlords faction was found stealing funds. The Warlords, which one? You're the red, so I don't want to like make you too angry. You're already at 16%. So they will all get a -1 loyalty if I do this one, if I punish them. Or we can cover it up by spending $200, which will gain corruption probably. And I can fire all of them. Anyone that has a corruption 7 or higher will get fired. And everyone will get -2 loyalty. We're just going to cover it up, I guess. Of course, some judges are incompetent in carrying out arbitrary and unjust verdicts. This is a bad event for the Justice Department. Each creator has a 10% chance of loyalty -1. Fire all from the Justice Department. And we're going to just ignore it. We might get some rebels. A very polite alien reporter asked what your majesty thinks about various races in our galaxy. They will be punished. They will be published in the whole galaxy. I'm proud to be of the Terran race. I think all civilizations should share scientific. That's good. Can be friends, except for the Hive. We hate the Hive. Minor races bonus. Prestige +2. You know what? I will conquer you, filthy aliens. Yeah, you know what? Plus -2%. -200%. Yeah, conquer you, filthy aliens. Artifacts found an alien artifact while we're exploring ancient ruins. Uncommon artifact. Well, yeah, let's study it. Espionage opportunity. Here we go. We were spying on the Shah. We got access to the high-ranking official of the Shah monarchy who made us some serious debts playing space poker. If we help him out, we can just push some strings for us. We can bribe a politician, which gives us relations +20%. We don't care about that. We can look at all their planets. We can gain whole structure plans, which means that we will be able to damage them better. Whole planetary defense installations of the race that do not fire during combat. Oh, half of planetary defense installations of that race do not fire during combat. That's interesting. Expires at the end of the era. Ooh. Helps relations, degrade relations. I'm going to do this one. Half of planetary defense installations of that race do not fire during combat. Yeah, we're going to take a planet of theirs. At the dawn of a new era, we can review our policies. So we can trigger seasonal review of governor's audience, officer's audience review, Or cancel all truces. We'll review our officers. Sure. On which major power should we focus our diplomatic efforts? We can focus on, like, being friends with the Shah. We're not going to do that. We can focus on being friends with the Vix. Or the Thale. You know what? We don't care. We're going to just take the prestige. On which, this is who our space marshal is. Remember, on which major race do you need your grand military focus? We're going to focus on the Shah. We're going to take those guys out. Right there nearby us? I hope so. I think they're the ones that are to our south. High Command humbly ask for your direction regarding production of strategic weapons. At the moment, we have 1 nuke and 3 chemical bombs in our storage. What do we want? Let's make... It's going to cost us $2,000, but... Yeah, we'll keep our money. Let's do that one. Our company offers us surveillance equipment contract. Plus 3 to spying. It will surely benefit the Empire. Oh, it will. Counter design. It costs us $1,000 and then 10 per turn. Yeah, I'll do that. Admiral is visiting. Admiral Logan Clark is visiting. My fleet is made of 3 squadrons. Total tonnage of 305 something tons. Kilotons? I have a plan 360. Yes, you're very good. Actually, you're kind of terrible. Yeah, fine. You're fine. Logan, you're fine. You're a jerk, but you're fine. Alright, that is it. We're done with the audience. Everyone's happy. Let's go kill something. Alright, so we have the Shah down here. We have 65 ships hanging out right here. We also have... We don't know what's in Endek. But this planet, however, we could probably take. And we're going to try. So we're going to move everything. Can I select all of them? No, we're going to select them. We're all going to go to Sakra. Sakra. Oops. And we have you. You're going to go to Sakra. So we're going to send, yes, everyone over here to Sakra. And as soon as we get to Sakra, we're going to go take Buranek. You know what? Ferris, you can go there too. Head over there. And let's just attack something. We are colonizing this one, correct? Yes, 1% colonization. It's going to take a while to get that done, but that's fine. And this one is at 26%. Okay, next turn. We're like 22 minutes here, and I want to get into a battle to show this off. So it'll take a minute to get to Sakra. It'll take a little while. We have 4 fleets all incoming. Nothing really happened. Typical 4X game. We have the first few turns are kind of slow and boring. And again, every turn we gain... I don't know if I mentioned this before. Every turn we gain 2 exploration. Exploration just sort of happens on its own. And these... I don't know how to make these go away. Our electricity is still terrible. Our food is kind of terrible, but it's somewhat okay. Electricity, I don't really know how to deal with. Electricity. I never really figured that out. Mining gives us resources. Refining makes things. Manufacturing makes things. Services... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with electricity. So let's bump up. I mean, we are at very high and we're barely not starving with food. As soon as we get those planets taken care of, we'll be a little bit better. Let's put refining on high. We'll see what that does. I only have 3 of these. They don't just... We'll try that. Oh, here's a help. I'm just skimming. I don't see anything about electricity. That's fine. It's fine. I'm just here to kill things. Alright, so we are here in Sakra. How is this planet coming along? Oh, we have it. We have it. It's done. So now we have food. We're up to 60% food coverage. Excellent. We have a fleet. Sonia Ward was commissioned to be governor here at Gossera. And we are producing a specialized agriculture planet. Doing very good. Really, the point of the game, you really need to focus on its expansion. Just expand as fast and as quickly as possible. Now, we have 190 of us here now. So we are going to go head down here to Buranek. And I think I can just... don't know. Can I, like, shift click all of you? I don't know that I can do that. So we're just going to send everyone over here. We're going to go kill them. Because I want to show off the combat. Let's go over here and... What? Was that it? That was it. Okay, so everyone's going to head over there, and we are going to attack them. Yes, this has been colonized by the Emperor. Excellent. I do have research that I'm kind of neglecting, because we already received or finished all the ones we had selected, so we could, you know, make things better, like fast fighters probably would be good, but we won't deal with that right now. All right, parasites. Oh, the parasites have woken up from their hibernation, and they are hungry. They are a cyclic race. Most of the time, they hibernate on their home planet, but once in a while, they wake up and go on a breeding spree, infesting nearby planets. Then they go back to their nest. All right, we have battle over Buranek. Now we can just auto simulate this thing, or we can observe it. And of course, we're going to observe it. Let's go ahead and deal with this first. So let's observe. This is the battle screen. This is them, which you can see they have 35 of these watchers, which is like a corvette. We have 17 frigates. They have, 13 destroyers, 9 cruisers, and 3 battleships. Plus they have 34 batteries. I'm assuming only half of these should be fighting us. That's what I'm hoping for. Because we have 28 battleships, 54 destroyers, and 97 frigates. Probably a little bit imbalanced, but I'm hoping that because of that thing, we can take them out. We suffered a 10% damage due to the graviton gun because we sent too big of a battle group against them, and they took some of us down. So we can advance this. So this is phase 1. Phase 2. Phase 2, we lost, 11 frigates, 3 destroyers. We can see the logs here. This gives us a log of kind of everything that's going on, which is very texty. But we can also see, this way you can see all of their corvettes and frigates are dead. Now we just have to work on the big guys. Let's continue on. And we completely destroyed them. Now we got to focus on this. We still have not lost very much. And we did it. We did it. We have taken the planet, or we have destroyed the outside folks, and we will now ground combat them. 5% ground combat progress. As time goes on, we will slowly take this place, and then we will install a governor. It's kind of a terrible planet, but that's okay. It's now our planet. It's our terrible planet. And then we'll have a fleet there. This is... Who's this? Oh, that's the Hive, isn't it? Oh, that's not one. I don't want to be next to them. So we'll take this planet, then we'll have to deal with the Hive over here. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to show off. It's at 28 minutes already, and I think I've covered pretty much most of the game. I mean, clearly there's a lot to the game. It's very difficult to do this game completely covered in 30 minutes. But I think... I hope I've shown enough. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. Again, this game is on Steam. It's very detailed, but it's a very interesting take on the 4X sort of game. Kind of a grand strategy management more game than direct control. Very interesting. I will show you this, though. Our fleets, we can see, I think, this one. This one, not this one. I'm trying to see if we have any that are, I think it was this one. That took most damage. I think they took quite a bit of damage. Charles Wright here is in charge, and it's not in production right now. We can set the fleet reinforcement priority like max, so then we get ships to them immediately to restock themselves. I think this is telling me our fleet has 2 squadrons and 5 ships of this type. There's 2 squadrons. Okay. Again, a lot of this I don't quite understand, clearly. But, anyways, yes, that is Pocket Space Empire. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.